welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Ashley. Thank you for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe and join the beauty family. So today's video is going to be another part of my series. As I discussed in my previous video, I'm going to be highlighting my favorites of 2022. Some of them are new releases and some of them are OGs. These are products that I've been using throughout the year, or some of them are products that I blew the dust off of. So today's video is going to be about foundation. So let's get into it. So in no particular order, but I am going to start off with Drugstore first. I'm also going to be incorporating powder foundations in this video as well. This is an OG. Like I don't really need to explain anything. I think we all know that this is bomb. This is the Maybelline Matte Poreless Normal to Oily, and this one has it has clay in it, so this might be the new formula. So I'm in shade 355 Coconut, but yes, this is an OG. $7, I think $7 at Walmart. More than a bargain, and this foundation is everything. So yes, if you're looking for an affordable drugstore foundation, Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless will always be the OGs of drugstore foundation. I really hope they never get rid of it or change the formula more than it has been changed. However, they didn't really major changes where I could say like don't like it, how they did with the Superstay foundation, because that formula is terrible, the new formula. But yes, foundation is amazing. If you don't have it, please try it. It also comes in dewy, but as we all know, I am combination skin, so I choose the matte poreless one, and then I kind of just skin prep accordingly. My other drugstore foundation that I'm wearing today, the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the up to 24-hour fresh wear foundation. There's just not much for me to say, okay, other than this foundation is everything. I'm in the shade 525. This foundation is just beautiful. Look at it. I just have no words. I'm speechless. I actually picked up another one because I do this thing where I pick up multiples of an item because they tend to disappear without the consumer's consent. But this foundation is stunning. If you haven't tried this, but you do want to pick up another foundation, the L'Oreal Infallible is amazing. Amazing is one word, but I'm splitting it into two words to describe this foundation. So next up, we only have like 3 powders, so I'm going to dive into those before I dive into the rest of my liquid foundations. So one of them is the L'Oreal Infallible. This is the Fresh Wear foundation in a powder. So this is the matte full coverage matte powder. It's supposed to be waterproof, and this is in the shade 365 Copper. This foundation is stunning. I think this is one of the best drugstore foundation powders so far that I've come across. It's full coverage as all of my other foundation powders, and obviously it pairs well with the L'Oreal Infallible. I also use it with other foundations. Now I know sometimes people don't like to mix and match, honey, but I like my products to play well and get along with each other. So this is definitely a powder that I have mixed with other foundations, and it definitely plays well with others. So 100% worth it. Next up, we have the Sephora Micro Smooth Powder. Now, I know I was late to the game, honey. I was late to the game with this one. I was. This is in 65 Toffee, and this is really a dupe for the mineralized skin finish. This foundation is absolutely stunning. It is new, but I have been using it a lot recently. I did use it today, and it's amazing. I love it. It's just, I don't know, it just adds that little razzle dazzle. It really just gives you that like flawless smooth finish. Sometimes I just put this on top of like a droplet of foundation, and it just gives me like that light smooth coverage. It's bomb. 100% worth it. So we also have Fenty on the list. This is Fenty Beauty's Pro Filter Soft Matte Powder Foundation. I am in the shade 410. Now this powder does run a little deep, so it is recommended to go down a shade. So I'm normally 420 in Fenty, but this powder is in 410. But this foundation powder is bomb. Do not burn me at the stake, but I'm not too much of a fan of Fenty's, skin, foundation and, whatnot. However, this powder is amazing. This definitely does play well with others. It might have its day, 1 or 2, but I definitely do gravitate to this. I do really like how it looks and how it photographs and the finish. So if you don't have this Fenty powder, definitely try it out. I do like this more than any of the other complexion products that Fenty has. This is still a Fenty stan account, okay? I'm just mainly sharing my opinion. Don't come at me at once, but I would rather be honest. So this is the only Fenty powder product, or just Fenty complexion product, that's in this video. But this is definitely a stunning powder foundation. So next up, I think this was discontinued. I'm over it. This is the Morphe. This is their Filter Effect Finishing Powder in number 10. This powder is stunning, and I'm so mad that I didn't get another one of these. It's absolutely gorgeous. It really leaves you with that flawless finish. I pair this with my mineralized skin finish. That's just something I've been using for a while. So of course my mineralized skin finish is an OG product. That's also something that you should have if you don't from MAC. But I paired the two together and it is a match made in heaven. I don't know how I just came up with mixing the two as a combo. So when I use a micro smooth powder or the mineralized skin finish, I pair them, since they are light, I pair them with a heavier full coverage powder foundation. So maybe that's kind of how I decided to mix the two, but they are just, it looks so flawless, the two of them together. I just really surprised myself with that combo. But yes, I do think they discontinued this, and it's unfortunate because I didn't get to get another one. But you do see it, please snag this, because this foundation powder was amazing. Absolutely loved it. It really did leave you flawless, and it really did have a filter. So lastly, for my powder foundation, Makeup Forever. This is their Matte Velvet Skin Blurring Powder Foundation. Now I have this in Y505, which is my winter and spring color, and I also have it in Y535, which is my summer color. Now if I had to wear only one foundation powder for the rest of my days, honey, it would be this powder. I'm wearing it today. I mixed it with the Micro Smooth from Sephora, but this powder is just gorgeous. It leaves you so flawless. I just want to know what was going on. Who was behind this? Who was behind this sorcery? Because I really can't just sum up into words, because it's matte, it does leave it velvet, it's blurring, and it just gives you that beautiful full coverage while leaving you looking absolutely positively flawless. I actually repurchased this. They had a sale for, I believe it was for Black Friday, and you know, I picked up my summer color and my winter color. I had to, because they were on sale for $20, and that is very hard to come by. So that's actually a foundation powder that I have repurchased. But yes, highly recommend if you have not tried it out. It might be a little coin, as with any product, but it is most definitely an investment. I absolutely love that Makeup Forever powder. Since I've been using it, I have not put it down at all. I do switch it up, but this is always a go-to staple for me. So now that we squared powder out the way, we have liquid foundation to discuss. So, in no particular order, okay? But these are generally all my faves. But the Dose of Colors Meet Your Hue Foundation, y'all should already know. Y'all should already know this was going to make the list, baby, because this foundation, oh my gosh, it is chef's kiss. I can't formulate the words to explain how absolutely gorgeous this foundation is. So I'm in the shade 131 Dark. I did try to match in regard to my foundations. I do believe they have a tool online where you can do that. And I got matched to 131, which is my perfect shade. And I do have two of these. I have one that's unused and this one that I'm using. And I definitely should have picked another one up for their sale, but I'm just gonna wait till they have another sale. But this is stunning. I actually use it in combination with this powder. I think it might have been in my birthday get ready with me, but I definitely used the two for my photo shoot for my birthday. This foundation is absolutely flawless. I wish I snagged a few so I could put them in my kit to use them on clients, but it is bomb. I am obsessed with the formula. I hope they never change it, and I hope they keep this foundation forever, because I will continue to buy it. So next up, I did a review on this foundation. This is the Hourglass Ambient Soft Glow Foundation, and this is in the shade 14.5. Which one is this? It doesn't say. I think just 14.5. I don't think it has a name. think just 14.5. But this foundation was gorgeous. So I did do my review on this, and you know, I definitely got a lot of feedback, a lot of love on this foundation review. But this foundation was gorgeous. I was really surprised because Hourglass gives me skin. Okay, so I was really surprised that they would just give us a full coverage banger like this. But this is definitely bomb. It's coin. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. It's a lot. It's up there. I think it might be up there with like the Pat McGrath's foundation. However, it's a beautiful foundation. It's a beautiful formula, and I have been using it, and it's just very flawless, full coverage. And these are the things that I like. I know not everybody likes full coverage, so if you're not a full coverage girl, then this may not be it. But honestly, you could always share it out. You can share that with some of your moisturizers, or just use a little bit less. But this foundation was definitely good. So Estee Lauder Double Wear will always be that girl. Okay, I remember when this foundation was like $36 or $38. That's how long I've been using this. I was using this before it became popular. So out of every foundation I own, this is the only foundation that is bulletproof. This does not move. It's sorcery in a bottle. It's sorcery in a bottle, but good sorcery, okay? The good sorcery. It is amazing. So I'm in the shade 6W1 Sandalwood, but I hope they never change this. I hope they never change this. I hope they never get rid of it. They did expand, because I remember when it first came out, they didn't have that many shades, and I was 6C1, and I swore I was trying to make that my shade, but it was a little bit on the orange side, but I made it work. But this foundation is amazing. If you are looking for a full coverage foundation that does not move, summer weather, Estee Lauder Double Wear is that girl. She will fill those shoes. As I said, that is the only foundation that I own and that I've tried that does not move. Next up, we have the Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Foundation. This is a stay all day and all night. This is in the shade 14 Neutral. This foundation is amazing, and I was really surprised Charlotte, honey. Charlotte was giving us an old full coverage glam. This and Hourglass shocked me. But this foundation is stunning. It is very full coverage. It leaves you flawless, and it definitely stays. Like I said, I was very surprised, because Charlotte, to me, I feel like she always gives us skin and just flawlessness, but more so skin. I didn't know she was gonna give us spackle, okay, but good spackle. This foundation's amazing, and it looks absolutely gorgeous, flawless in photos. Amazing. That's just all I can say about this foundation. Amazing. So now y'all know I have a little bit of expensive taste. So I don't think I feature this on my channel, but I do use this. But I tend to not break it out often because she is pricey. So this is the Dior Air Flash. If you have not tried this foundation, oh my gosh, this foundation is gorgeous. So this is in the shade 600 Neutral. So I'm 600 Neutral Cross in Dior. If you adore her, Dior her. This foundation is absolutely stunning. It melts into my skin. It gives beautiful coverage. And yes, it is a spray on. It is a spray on foundation. You just shake it up and spray her on. But this foundation is gold in a bottle. So it's supposed to be water resistant, 12-hour wear. I don't think I tested out that theory. But nonetheless, it is absolutely gorgeous. I actually got this. This was gifted to me. However, I think Lord & Taylor was going out of business, and they were selling everything like half off. So that's how I ended up getting this, because the person that gave this to me also went there. So they were pulling out things, every couple of days. So they kept all the good stuff in the back. But this foundation is stunning. I would most definitely purchase this full price. It is gorgeous. This wouldn't be a video without NARS. NARS had to make an appearance. This is the NARS Natural Radiant Longwear Foundation. This is in the shade Marquises. So I flip back and forth between Marquises and Macao. Generally, I am Macao, but Marquises leaves me a little bit more golden, a little bit more sun-kissed. I definitely don't mind, so I can use it in this one. I have not used Marquises, I don't think, in another one. I think I have just Macao. Actually, no, I have Marquises in the soft matte, because that one runs a little lighter. So Macao was very light on me in the soft matte. So you have to go like a shade down with the soft matte foundation. But yes, this foundation is bomb. I do feel like sometimes the soft matte could be a little drying for me. I am combo, as I've said, so you know, it's a hit or miss for me. Some days it is a beautiful foundation. I use it on my clients, but for me, you know, it depends. I think I really have to like overly hydrate my skin for it to look beautiful and flawless. It is a beautiful foundation, but sometimes, you know, I do have to switch up the primers, and then sometimes it just doesn't look right with certain primers that I put it with, or pair it with, I should say. So, you know, but this foundation is absolutely gorgeous. If you do not own her, please do yourself a favor. Please. This, it is just absolutely flawless. This NARS, I hope you all never change the formula. I hope you never get rid of this. This foundation is gold in a bottle as well. So Lancome had to make an appearance. This is the Lancome Tint Idole Ultra Wear Care and Glow. This is in the shade 505 Neutral. Now this is a little deep for me right now. You might be able to see. So I do tend to like mix this with another foundation if I just want it to have more of like a glowy look. But this foundation is gorgeous. I love how it just has like that dewy finish. So if I don't really want to wear too much foundation, if I'm just like going to like a small gathering or something quick, like a 5-minute face, honestly, I just get a pump of this and just throw in like my micro smooth powder. But just how it just makes me look so flawless and glowy. Love this. I do wish they had more shades for this. That's the only con I would say about this foundation. There weren't too many shades, so I was kind of forced to choose a color closest. So it ended up being this one, but this is, like I said, my summer colorish. So I mean, it works if I use one pump, but you know, if I use my usual 3 or 4, my head does not match my body. So this is something I would have to wear with a turtleneck. So I tend to not use too many pumps of this, but this foundation is gorgeous. I also did do a review on this. If you have not checked this out, the review on this, please do so. So as far as the last foundation for today, so this is one size turn up the base. This is the BBB Cream Beauty Blur Balm, and this is in the shade Dark to Golden. So this is a dark golden undertone. This foundation, Beauty Blur Balm, BBB Cream, but it's a foundation, is stunning. It's gorgeous. It's beautiful. It gives you a beautiful finish. I feel like we could have benefited from a glass bottle. I'm not too much of a fan of this packaging, and I also don't feel like we've gotten enough product in this, but it is beautiful. It does leave you looking flawless, and it's just smooth. It's thick, and you know, it's a beautiful foundation. So Patrick definitely did his thing. If there's one thing Patrick don't play with, baby, it is foundation. It is coverage. Okay, so this is supposed to ultimately blur and give you buttery, bouncy, smooth skin, and the texture is supposed to be gone. So yeah, that's one thing Patrick does not play about, honey. It is flawlessness, okay? Because Patrick always looks flawless. But yes, he did his thing when he created this foundation. A lot of his products are just absolutely amazing. Concealer, setting powders, primers, absolutely flawless. So yes, sweeties, thank you so much for tuning in. This wraps up my 2022 favorites for complexion. So we had some drugstore, honey. We had some high-end, a good mixture. So let me know down below if you have any of these, or if you plan on picking them up. And also don't forget to check out my reviews on some of the foundations that I did mention that have reviews. And as always, beauties, thank you again for the continued support, and I'll catch you on my next one. Thanks for watching.